name's Cadwallader, and I am Zane's mom. Pregnancy was pretty typical, no complications, nothing like that. All of his ultrasounds were nice and clear, no problems at all. He was just perfectly healthy. He's always been very good baby, not crying very much or anything like that.
He was for a little while, and then, we noticed like he didn't roll over.
We were about to go in for another checkup, and I noticed there was a bulge on his left side. I took him in, and his doctor even brought someone else in and then ordered an ultrasound. And so then, of course, she gets the results and calls me and goes, take him to the ER. That's when we found out that he had the hydronephrosis.
I was scared, yes, and I wanted to stay calm too, so just try to keep on a straight face. That's what I did.
Well, you think, well, these should be able to help him. But I was concerned, especially when they said he needed to be life flown to one of the children's hospitals.
Working in the hospital, I'm actually very familiar with all the medical stances. My family's medical, my mom's RN, so it took a while for anything to really set in emotionally. You're just trying to focus on the facts and what needs to happen next.
I think that having my lady there kept everything cool.
A child is a beautiful thing, and you want everything to be perfect for him. And Zane himself, he's a fighter. He is not going to give up. So when he coded there in Spokane, it took him 9 minutes before he responded and had the heartbeat again. Pulled through, and as you can see, he is doing really well right now.
Once he was off of all the big stuff, we got flown to Seattle, and then we started noticing his tissue dying and everything from him being so septic. It was 3 months of just like bam, 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 bam. But it was probably within the first week we knew we were looking at amputations. I mean, it's devastating to think your kid's gonna lose their limbs. So that was really hard. And his fingers, they self-amputated, so we watched them fall off. That was hard. Children's Village got involved when there were people already trying to set things up for us because we knew he would need these things right away.
Zane was about 1.5 years, maybe. He had been hospitalized for a long time, so he was not very responsive. He wasn't very interested in anything. He had a lot of thick scarring on the back of his hands, on his legs. For me, it was looking at him and seeing what can I do to make a difference with Zane. I started working with the scarring first, teaching the family how to work with him on a daily basis, and parents were great with that. And once that scarring kind of lightened up and became pliable, then we worked on the more nuanced, fine motor skills, playing with toys more appropriately, things like that.
To think about Zane's diagnosis as a physical therapist, the most important thing I was worried about was making sure that he was able to be mobile and able to get around. And for a newborn little baby, I'm not too worried about it because rolling is what we're looking for.
We started with Katie and Savut initially, and then we added Claire when we noticed that Zane was having speech delay and the feeding issues.
Basically, as soon as they kind of came home and established care here, I was able to kind of join the team relatively early on. He was just a little tot. And honestly, when we first met him, he really was just trying to figure out how to connect with his family, growing that bond with his parents. And so a lot of what I got to do early on was based in play and having fun with them.
We had therapies here. He started progressing. And he started, just doing the little things. Getting up and then moving.
He's got a long ways to go, and there has been, some delays and things, but I am so impressed with how he just keeps going, and I am so thankful that this Children's Village is here to help.
I think Children's Village is very important, especially in a place like Yakima, because Zayn is such a medically complex child. He needed a lot of different therapies. If we didn't have Children's Village here, the parents would have to either just forgo therapies, period, or they'd have to make it all the way out to the west side.
Children's Village is essential. It's honestly one of a kind. What's special about here is we kind of combine different programs all under one roof so that we can support families.
To be able to see him now, getting in his wheelchair, wanting to get in his wheelchair and propelling across the room, getting to his mom, getting to his dad, or taking those steps is just huge, because we didn't know if any of those things were going to be possible for him.
Children's Village has been so helpful. Zane would be way far behind without them, honestly. Just these regular sessions have been so helpful for him, like huge. Like I said, when we first came here, he couldn't even roll over. And now, I mean, he does obstacle courses and crawls all over the place. So yeah, there's definitely, we would not be near that at all by ourselves.